Hello and welcome to the CRE podcast, the one-stop shop for church and Christian resources. My name's Elliott Frisby, and this is the first podcast of the series, and what an honour to be able to host this. I've been at CRE many a time. I think it's fantastic, and I am joined by Darren Rayner as the very, very first guest from Kingdom Coffee. Darren, how does it feel being here? Welcome.
It feels great, thanks, Elliott. It feels different. I've never done this sort of thing before, so yeah, what fun.
So we talk about CRE. Now, it's very easy to think, it's just like an exhibition and you've got like some stands here and there, but it's not, is it? It's so much more.
No, it is. It's a lot more. You get a real different sort of group of people coming. You get big groups from people like the Salvation Army. They all come down together in groups. And then you get loads of small churches, big churches, and they're all asking for different things. Some are just starting out, it feels, in many ways. And then others are very involved. They know everything about sort of the resources that are available.
And of course, you've got live music going on as well, atmosphere here, there, and everywhere. Even motorbikes driving through.
Do? Yeah, no,
Crazy.
You have, and planes.
So and planes,
aeroplanes
and planes.
Yeah, there's
absolutely.
Aeroplanes, yeah.
You see,
so yeah,
I'm quite excited about going back. Kingdom Coffee. Okay.
Yes.
Now, the first thing is I'm thinking kingdom and I'm thinking coffee. So the first question I've got to ask you, that must mean you make the best coffee in the world.
We do. There's no question about that. It is the best coffee.
Tell us more about it. I've actually read your bio, and I've actually got it in front of me for a reason here, because it cracks me up. It said, initially, you studied to be a professional caterer, brackets, although my sons will dispute my cooking abilities. That's a bit harsh.
This is really harsh, actually, but the sort of people that I'm working with as well, by the way, because my sons, Charlie, Jack and Ollie, they've always had a go at my catering skills, which I must admit, after 4 years of training, isn't that good. But it was more about business side that I was involved in more than the catering, to be fair. But hey, they're with me now, so I must be doing something right.
So how did Kingdom Coffee come about, and what are you all about? What do you do?
So Kingdom Coffee came about. It was a vision of an ex-partner of mine now. He had this idea that he wanted to make sort of like the poor communities wealthier through coffee. Coffee is like black gold, but the people that pick it, grow it, don't get much for it. Yet when we start drinking it, the value of that coffee goes through the roof. And we wanted to try and put more money where it started.
It feels a bit like fair trade, but a million steps further. Is that right?
I'm a big advocate of fair trade.
Absolutely, yeah.
I absolutely adore fair trade. For me, I'm not saying we do more than fair trade, but we try and push a little bit more if we can. We're hugely grateful for what fair trade do. And how they train people. They're an organisation that is, if you like, a gold standard. And we deal with many blue chip, big companies that you'll all know. And the reason why they deal with us is because it's fair trade, and they know that it's all checked all the way along. And that's why I like that's one of my big things. I love fair trade.
That's fantastic. So we've got the CRE event coming up, the next one in Milton Keynes. And if you go onto the CRE, the Christian Resource Exhibition website, you will find out all the next latest event. And you are all welcome. It's not just churches and people who attend church, like people from the streets, you come in, just check it out. It's really awesome. But before we go to this wonderful thing you brought with you, at CRE, what do you do? What can people expect when they see Kingdom Coffee at CRE?
One of our main things when we're there is obviously everyone that comes, we treat them exactly the same, no matter whether you're this little church or individual or whatever, or big setup. But what is, from our point of view, is being able to show people that they can do something in the church, maybe better than what they're doing now. So giving them an idea. When we first started out, church coffee was the worst cup of coffee you would get all week, because it was a bit of coffee from
I'm not nodding my head.
You're not nodding your head. Someone's cupboard, and it's one that they didn't like anymore and stuff like that. And I'm not saying that's what they all do, but people used to say this to me. So what we then said is, look, why don't you have real coffee? You know, real coffee, we call it real coffee, real quick, and it's proper ground coffee. It will be cheaper. It's actually, weirdly enough, granule coffee is twice the price of ground coffee. So why wouldn't you change? And we made it easy for people to change.
I love that.
And I think the other thing as well that was really important to us was trying to demonstrate to people that you could have fair trade coffee in your church and it wouldn't cost you any more. So keeping the price of fair trade coffee down is very important. That way we sell more. We're very much now about volume. We do the best possible roast we can do in the country. But on top of that, if we can get volume, and that's what we've got now, we can make sure that it's not only fair to the farmers, which is very crucial, but it's also fair to the people that are actually drinking it. They're not having to pay an extortionate amount because it's fair trade. The other thing about the coffee as well, and we're trying to make people understand, is old days, if you want to call it that, fair trade coffee was always regarded as not a good coffee. It's actually the reverse. The fair trade coffee this day is basically, most of it is organically grown because they're trained organically. But the other thing is the coffee itself is the best coffee. So you're getting the best. So fair trade coffee now is better than your ordinary coffees that you can buy because the people there are looking after it better and they know how to look after it and they're trained.
I have to say, I think we should just take that clip and just use that. We don't need anything else. That was awesome. Sold, literally sold. I think that's fantastic. And also you're saying things which I think people don't know, which is great. Now, you have brought something with you today.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go off mic second and grab something.
Yeah.
If you're watching this on YouTube, you can see all these wonderful things. If you're not, here, this is something for you if you're listening. There you go. I just killed Matt, the sound engineer's ears by doing that. Okay, so what have you brought with you here? We've got a lovely selection of things.
So what we've got there today, we've got we do quite a range of fair trade. So again, it's always mostly fair trade. So we do a massive range of fair trade beans, whether it be in 1 kilo or 250 grams. You can buy them in a box, and we do I think in the sachet format, which is what most churches would use, pre-portioned sachets, we do probably, again, the largest range of fair trade sachets that you can find that I know of in the UK now.
Well, I think this is great. I absolutely love it. I really do. And I'll tell you something. When I first went when I went to the last CRE event, Monkey Nut, we had our stand there, and it was great. And I had Joe Pountney with me, who does our marketing and bits like that. And she walked in. I said, "Where are you going?" Literally, she walked off. I said, "Where are you going?" She goes, "I'm looking for Kingdom Coffee."
Oh, good.
That is true.
That's good.
That is true. And she came back and goes, "Oh, they're still saying that." Okay, so let's talk about CRE though. You've been going for a while now.
Yeah.
Have you got any sort of like stories, any notable moments you can think of at CRE? Any funny little moments or people you've met?
Do you know, every event is different in many ways. I always have a laugh because I always try to get my vehicle as near to the everyone knows it, I'm pretty sure, as near to the entrance as possible.
So that's you, is it?
That's me.
That's you.
Is. Yeah, and if I have 2 vans, I'll do one on either side, and I get away with it. Brett lets me get away with it for some reason, but I do. He knows I do it. But no, it's every event's great. It's different. You meet different people. Actually, sometimes you meet the same people, which is even lovely. Someone will come up to you and say, "Well, I saw you about 5 years ago." Yeah. And weirdly enough, I'm not good with names, but I'm good with faces. And I would literally say, "Do you know, I do remember you." So there was that. I suppose the weirdest thing is I actually had a proposition. I said, "I'm married," and that was at CRE. And I'm like, "Hello, don't need that." Sorry.
Don't stop there. Keep going. Keep going.
No.
Podcast's going to be longer, guys.
Yeah,
okay,
that'll be it. No, but no, it was no, sweet enough.
So what sort of like sales do you kind of make at CRE? What does that look like? So you turn up as Kingdom Coffee. You're at the Christian Resource Exhibition, which can be anywhere around the country. So what kind of moments have you had from a sales point of view? What does that look like?
From a sales point of view, it's difficult to quantify. But what, from our point of view, is we meet. It's the one place where a lot of our customers will go. So we would have working with us at Man, we have many thousands of churches that will buy our coffee. And when you go to CRE, you get to see so many of your customers, and they will come and see you. And it's a chance for them to ask a question, a chance for them to improve, and just a chance just to say hello.
I love that. To improve as well. So it enables enables you to say, this is what's going on.
Yeah.
You can move forward and develop. I think that's absolutely fantastic. So let's think about what's sort of next for Kingdom Coffee. So first of all, I'd love to just to tell everybody where people can find out more about you, because we love you guys. So where can we find out more about you?
So you can find more about us on our website, which is kingdomcoffee.co.uk or www.kingdomcoffee. So you can find us there. Just Google us. What's next for Kingdom Coffee is I have 3 boys. I think I already mentioned them: Charlie, Jack, and Ollie. They're all in their 20s. They are eager to continue the business. We're not letting go of it completely, but they're gonna run it. They're gonna push it, and keep it growing, and with the same ethics that has always been there as part of us and what we're about. So that's really important for us as well.
Now, can you tell me a bit more about Toybox and your association? I'm not going to say the figure that I've got in front of me here, but it's just wonderful work. Tell us about Toybox, how you met them at CRE, and what you've been doing with them.
Yeah, so Toybox is a Christian charity, and the aim of this charity is to look after, from our point of view, is the street kids in Guatemala. And in Guatemala, we heard some really sad stories about these poor children, to the point that my wife Jane, it made her cry. And from that moment,
it's okay.
There you go.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, we had to do something, and so every year for the last 10 years, we've actually put aside 10 grand, and we've now managed to pledge the 100, and we've done it. We've completed it. So having that, and what we want to do is keep doing the same, because when you do see them, it's heartwarming. And we've met the whole gang at Toybox, but these are kids that haven't got any family around them. They don't get food, and we met Toybox at CRE. And that was many years ago. And to carry on doing the things that you're doing, and actually, our thanks it's not necessarily us. We're merely the conduit to do it. It's actually all those people that are actually supporting us, because if we weren't in business, we couldn't do it. So we're hugely grateful to our customers. Yeah, and it's them that's done this, not us.
So when people are buying from Kingdom Coffee, they're also contributing to Toybox as well.
Absolutely, because we couldn't do that. We could not do that.
This is really great work. It's resonated with me, and I think this is really wonderful. Thank you for sharing
very welcome.
that.
Yeah. So.
And will you be at the next CRE?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, no, definitely. I don't think I've missed one actually in about, I don't know, 15, 16 years.
Well, look, I don't want to be out of place here, but can I get a free coffee?
Of course you can.
Thank you.
Of course you can. You can always get a free coffee.
Okay, yeah. That's all right. We're great. I think the work you're doing is fantastic. What's been lovely for me is because this is the first time we've actually had a chance to talk properly. And it's so wonderful seeing what I see at CRE with you guys at Kingdom Coffee and thinking, wow, this is what they're all about. But suddenly hearing your passion and just going, yeah, these guys are exactly what we think they are. I just wish you all an abundance of success. I think it's great work that you're doing. You have certainly reached me today, and I'm really going to be looking. In fact, I'll declare that now, that at Monkey Nut, we will be making sure it's always fair trade and all of that. I think is absolutely wonderful. And just say thank you so much, Darren Rayner from Kingdom Coffee, for doing this podcast with me.
Thank you very much, Elliott. Thank you very much indeed.
So make sure you tune in next time, the next episode of the CRE podcast. We'll be meeting some fantastic people, and make sure you get in touch. Just go to the simplest thing, rather than making you remember all of these websites, is just put CRE or Christian Resource Exhibition into Google, and you can get in touch with them. But we will see you there. We will be there. Darren will be there. So come along and say hello. You take care.
To find your next Christian Resource Exhibition, please visit creonline.co.uk. We'll see you there.